scheduled 5-minute rounds for the Atomweight Championship. Jessica Del Boni, the Brazilian, 1 year the elder of the American Alicia Zappitella. It is Del Boni that is 2 inches taller. We are official for the title as both women were on weight. The Brazilian will have a 2-inch reach advantage. For our championship introductions, here is Joe Martinez.
And now, fight fans, we are set to go with our co-main event of the evening, 5-round schedule. This for the Invicta FC Atomweight World Championship. The 3 judges scoring at cage side are Kevin Champion, Stephen Graham, and David Sutherland. And when the action begins inside the cage, your referee in charge, Marcio La Selva. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, this mixed martial artist stands 5 feet, 1 inch tall. Weighing in officially 104 3/4 pounds in 12 professional fights, her record stands at 10 victories with 2 defeats. Fighting out of Niterói, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Here is the challenger, Jessica Correa Del Boni. And across the cage, her opponent fighting out of the red corner. Her background is in wrestling and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. At 4 feet, 11 inches tall, she weighed in officially 105 pounds. Her professional record outstanding with 8 victories, just 2 defeats, and 1 no contest. She fights out of and represents Brighton, Michigan. She is the reigning, defending Invicta FC Atomweight Champion of the World, half pint, Alicia Zappitella!
Guys, we know what the rules are today. Expect a clean fight. Obey my commands all the time. Protect yourself all the time. If you want to shake hands, do it now. On my command, come back swinging.
Marcio La Silva getting this championship co-main event assignment. Atomweight Championship of the World on the line. The challenger from Brazil, Jessica Del Boni, meeting Michigan's half pint, Alicia Zappitella.
I'm nervous, TJ.
High stakes here at 105 pounds. I can feel the tension inside Fight Church. Zappitella in the warrior print, Del Boni in the black with green. Our clock powered by Juju Me. Fight premature aging with Juju Me's high-grade Juju Bees, the ultimate unknown superfood.
And Zappitella is known for having a pace, for starting with quick switches and quick fakes. And you can see Del Boni said, I'm just going to stand my ground. I'm not letting her take me down. I'm going to put her on her back.
We talked a lot about the mindset of a champion for Alicia Zappitella. She believed that that was developed in her 2 back-to-back losses, and she's been flawless ever since. And Taryn told us, Julie, she's got really high aspirations for what she plans on doing as the defending Atomweight champ.
Yeah, she wants to be the 105 champ. She wants to be the strawweight champ. She wants to challenge a Yaka Hamasaki. She's got a lot of plans in her future. But I'll tell you, the confidence that this young lady has, I wish we could bottle up and incorporate into every woman's drinks.
It's a hard leg kick there by the Brazilian, does Zappitella. We'll see if that is the plan by Del Boni. Megan, you can really stop a wrestler in their tracks by attacking that lead leg.
Yeah, it's, you know, that lead leg kick, particularly for somebody who is very striking base with Del Boni, is going to be super crucial. You know, compromising that leg, you know, it might not happen first round, might not happen second round, but as the longer the fight goes, that is going to add up, and it's going to cause some issues if Zappitella doesn't check those kicks.
A championship fight is 25 minutes, a lot of time for both athletes to adjust, but it was interesting, the narrative by both ladies, it almost mimicked the other one's style. For Zappitella, she said, I want to show off my kickboxing, and for Del Boni, she said, I know I'm fighting a good wrestler, but don't be surprised if I try to put her on her back.
I think what's really interesting in what we're seeing right now is Del Boni is showcasing her patience, and she's looking to counter strike. She's forcing Zappitella. Zappitella has to close the range. She's a shorter fighter. She's got the shorter reach. She has to close the range if she wants to grapple. She has to close the range if she wants to wrestle or strike. And Del Boni is just standing her ground, utilizing small angle movements, small footwork to be able to counter strike. And I think Zappitella is very cautious of that power.
Julie, how much does the strategy change for a 5-round fight when you know you have those championship rounds to make the adjustments necessary?
Well, you know, it really depends. I mean, you want some intel gathering happening, but you also want to finish every round, right? So you have to train just as hard. You see them clenched up. You can see she's got Del Boni's head right there, looking for the grips to get a takedown here.
Del Boni's doing a really good job of staying composed, scrambling well. She's looking to grab an arm and frame, get off the cage. Beautiful work there by Del Boni.
Nicely done by the Brazilian to not allow Zappitella to capitalize on that front headlock position.
That has to be a big confidence boost for Del Boni. You know, we all know Zappitella is an incredible wrestler. She chains her wrestling very well. That has to be a big confidence boost, stopping that first takedown and showcasing that Zappitella can't just do what she wants to do.
And with the wrestling of Zappitella, it becomes more and more dangerous the later in the round as she's able to secure that position. So, you know, stopping that takedown is big for Del Boni if she wants to try to make a statement and solidify this first round.
You know, and what we just saw there where she was able to get Zappitella to look up high and then kick the inside of her leg to bring her attention up high because Zappitella stands so tall. It's a little bit like watching, I don't know, like a snake kind of, if that makes any sense. Like, you know, Del Boni's really trying to manipulate her. She's really trying to get her attention in certain directions. And Zappitella, so upright as she is, you know, it makes it easier to attack those legs.
And that's just beautiful trap setting, Julie. She's not just using her striking to be able to do what she wants. She's using feints. She's using arm movements to create, you know, distractions for Zappitella so she can capitalize on those moments.
Solid jab there a moment ago by Del Boni,
nice.
and that knee to the body there. Now, trying to go for that head and arm throw is Zappitella.
She's been able to land it successfully in the past.
Not able to secure the position as the champion. Final 10 seconds here in this opening round between these atomweights. Fight Church, the Atomweight Championship on the line. Headed into round number 2, the champion Alicia Zappitella taking on Brazil's Jessica Del Boni. Judges have handed in their scorecards. Megan, how they see it?
I am very intrigued by these scorecards. We have 2 judges scoring at 10-9 to Zappitella, 1 10-9 to Del Boni, and I'm really intrigued. I thought Del Boni did enough to win that round.
Interesting to see the differences between the judges. We'll see how both athletes apply that. You can make an argument, Julie, for Del Boni because she made Alicia Zappitella fight her fight.
She did, and she had control in a lot of the exchanges, and she landed some pretty hard shots. However, Zappitella, I think she's going to have a little bit more confidence this round. You know, a lot of the first round, it seemed like Del Boni was, like I said, kind of like being a cobra. She was kind of manipulating her, hypnotizing her. If Zappitella gets into her zone and she pushes that pace, I think she's going to have a lot of success. However, the judges scored the first round for Zappitella, so 2 of them did. So I'm interested.
Yeah, we are split after 5 minutes, and now, nice attack there by Zappitella, mixing up the strikes from that front headlock position. Megan, we saw Zappitella in her championship fight against Ashley Cummins actually get stronger as the fight went on, scoring that Von Flue in the 4th round. A lot of people that night felt it was Cummins that would benefit from the fight going into the deeper waters, but, you know, the champion that Zappitella is, we saw that she's very comfortable the later the fight goes.
Yeah, and it just showcases her incredible cardio, and that cardio from wrestling from such a young age, it's so invaluable, and it's something that she knows that she can, when she's tired, rely on, and it's never going to fail her.
Del Boni taking the center of the cage, launching a kick again to the lead leg of Zappitella.
One of the things that Zappitella does so well is throw that overhand right, but when it lands. When it doesn't land, you know, she generally chains it into a takedown attempt, and she hasn't done that in those last 2. I think that's a mistake. I think she really needs to chain those things together because Del Boni's looking
beautiful jab.
Del Boni marching forward.
It's a big right hand. I feel like she's starting to catch the timing of Zappitella now.
Zappitella really needs to start moving her head, not just up and down, but big motion.
Invicta FC presents the Phoenix Series coming up on June 11th. 8 atomweights will vie for a top spot at 105 pounds. It is a tournament unlike any other in combat sports. Do not miss it. The Phoenix tournament headed your way only on Access. Really big punches by these atomweights here. I feel like something big is building here, and could see something really change the pace of this fight at any time when these ladies are throwing this hard.
Yeah, I think Zappitella's got some information she was looking for, but she is still getting hit. She needs to move her head.
Del Boni talked about not taking a step backwards, and so far so good in that sense, Megan. She's the one that is pressuring the champion.
Yeah, and what she said is that the team noticed that the champion, Zappitella, was okay with going backwards, and that's something that they really wanted to capitalize on during this fight.
What opportunities present themselves when your opponent is willing to go backwards, Megan?
You're able to, put your opponent on the defensive a little bit more. However, it also, you have to be careful with how much you pressure forward. You've got to be intelligent with it, because a caged animal is always at its most deadliest.
Nicely put.
Oh, nice counter right hand there by Del Boni. Under a minute now in round number 2 remaining. Superman punch on display there by Zappitella, doesn't find a home. Really loading up on that right hand of Zappitella, but a quick combination fired back by the Brazilian.
And that's the problem. I think Del Boni knows where Zappitella's head's going to be every combination, so she knows where to find it.
I agree, Julie, and she's starting to throw higher volume. She's starting to put together those 3, 4, 5 punch combinations, which is going to be, and because Zappitella's not moving ahead, they're going to land every single time.
Final 10 seconds here in round number 2. Atomweight Championship on the line. This is our co-main event as champion Alicia Zappitella defends against Jessica Del Boni. We're headed to round number 3 next. This is Invicta on Access. On Access, our co-main event has 2 rounds down, headed to round number 3 here. Megan, how did the judges see it?
So all 3 judges scored that 10-9 to Zappitella, which I'm actually really surprised at. I have, it's 2018 on two scores, 19-19 on the judge that previously scored the first round for Del Boni, which I don't agree with that at all.
Shaping up to be an interesting one here, is judges really couldn't be more split.
I think Zappitella's got her moments, and she really had a nice flurry at the end, a nice clinch, but I feel like Del Boni landed more.
We'll see what sort of adjustments are made there. I mean, the pace of this fight, it's very technical. It has some very big moments, but I feel like, guys, anything could happen at any time between these 2.
It absolutely could. I think, this is where we're actually going to see, hopefully, Zappitella kind of pick up that pace. We saw she went for a takedown right there. Del Boni successfully defended. Nice shot from Zappitella.
Starting with the left hand, Del Boni acknowledged it, but again, staying true to her game of constantly moving forward and pressuring the champion.
And, the champion is doing a good job of angling. I just think her head is just so hittable in this. And it's not, we've seen her fight a little bit differently in the past. A little bit more chaining of wrestling to striking.
Getting back to the judges' scorecards, I think this is a testament to why open scoring is needed, because at the highest level, anything can be perceived any different way by judges. And, these athletes are putting on a show at the highest level, and the judges are seeing it a variety of different ways.
I do know, though, we should never, ever count Zappitella out. And the judges aren't, but I mean, she picks up her pace in later rounds. She really does go hard. And she pulls a lot of cool stuff out.
But Del Boni is also matching that pace.
And again, Del Boni said she was going to constantly move forward, make the champion backpedal, and she's stayed true to that.
Yeah, I think Del Boni's almost giving a masterclass in how to stalk an opponent and use the cage, kind of the ring in the cage.
A lot of volume here by Zappitella in this third round, halfway point of the fight.
I don't know if it's a lot of volume so much. More volume. I would like to see more than 2 punch combos.
Now goes for that takedown, working the single leg is half pint, but the Brazilian wise to it.
Beautiful counter right on the up. You know, I would like to see Del Boni throw a little bit higher volume. She's letting Zappitella, even though they're not landing, she's throwing. Whereas Del Boni is, you know, a little bit more patient. When she does strike, I want to see her throw 3, 4, 5 punch combinations. She was having success with that last round. I want to see her continue that in this round.
Can we talk about the judges' scorecards and volume to a certain extent, Julie? Do you feel that while Zappitella maybe isn't throwing more than 2 punches in her combinations, it's the frequency that the judges might be leaning towards? Because they see her moving a lot.
Absolutely, and she's moving way more. Like, she's not as stationary as she was. She's really finding the right angles to start hitting from. It's like she's getting her feet underneath her. Now, she had her feet underneath her before, but now it seems like her confidence is built. And she's throwing those punches from strange angles, and she's, you know what I mean? She's really, her commitments are paying off more now.
Del Boni said that if she saw an opportunity to take this fight to the floor, she would try to capitalize on that. Do you see any opportunities, Megan, for the Brazilian to try to make this a wrestling match and maybe, you know, stun Zappitella with a takedown attempt?
I think when Zappitella goes for her takedown, she's doing a beautiful job of stopping that, and she needs to, if she wants to take it to the ground, use those moments. Instead of, you know, forcing the takedown, she needs to capitalize off of Zappitella's failed takedown attempt.
Takedown attempt there by the champion, Del Boni. Sprawls out of it, back to the feet, knee and a combination.
Oh, beautiful left hand.
Wow. 30 seconds left here in round number 3.
And this is the moment you should be pouncing on right here.
Right. Loading up on these hands now is Del Boni. Right hand.
Beautiful.
Champion might be in trouble. Del Boni coming forward. Now shooting for a takedown is Zappitella. Final 10 seconds in this third round. What a fight this is shaping up to be. Atomweight title on the line. Championship rounds coming up next. It's Invicta on Access. The atomweight title on the line. Alicia Zappitella defending against the Brazilian challenger in Jessica Del Boni. A very fun fight through 3. Megan, where are the judges at on this one?
So all 3 scored it 10-9 to Del Boni that last round, which is, I think, the right decision. I think she definitely won that round. She finished so strong. She landed, you know, a lot of damage. She threw a lot of damage, particularly towards the end of that round, and she needs to utilize that momentum going into this 4th and championship round.
29-28 across the board for Alicia Zappitella here, so we'll see if the champion can run away with this in the final 2 rounds. Del Boni needs to make a bit of an adjustment here to play favor to the scorecards. What would you like to see her do as far as adjustments are concerned, Julie?
Oh, I think she needs to put more in those combos. I understand not wanting to unload too many punches in front of a wrestler who you know is going to go underneath you, but I think a 3-punch combo followed with a knee or a clinch. Nice.
Very nice kick lands to the lead leg of Zappitella by the Brazilian. See if she goes back to that. This was the round that Alicia Zappitella was able to claim gold against Ashley Cummins, where she locked up that Von Flue. We've seen her here before. Del Boni fighting tonight in her first Invicta FC title fight. Trying to find the range with that left hand is a Brazilian.
Beautiful.
You can hear that kick echo through Fight Church here in Kansas City.
And I think it's effective because of Zappitella's stance, because she tends to put weight Especially when she's throwing. Oh, that was a nice overhand. When she's throwing, she puts weight on that front leg, and her knee almost cants in. Nice.
You can see the confidence on the face of the Brazilian here. Very at home in this fourth round.
She's showcasing a lot of patience. She's not rushing in, and she's making Zappitella miss. Zappitella has thrown a lot more than Delboni in this round, but she hasn't landed much, whereas Delboni, every time she throws, she lands.
And that's what Zappitella needs to be doing. I know that she didn't land any of those punches, but it's to get her feet underneath her in that forward pressure.
And I think it's the optics as well as making Delboni move backwards. A lot of action there in close quarters. Just past the halfway point here of round number 4.
And, you know, it's a big cage when you're an atomweight, and Zappitella is a short atomweight. There's a lot of cage to cover when you're trying to get there to somebody. But really getting her feet underneath her in those combos, it's going to set things up for her.
Nice left hand finds a home for Delboni. Now trying to get a takedown is Zappitella, knee to the body.
And one of the things I think that Delboni's doing extremely well is when Zappitella shoots on her, she negates the secondary attack, right? She gets her hips out, but she also gets herself in a position where it's much harder to get a secondary throw.
Well, Zappitella earlier on in the first round was able to utilize the head control position, and so Delboni has adjusted, and she's not allowing her to have that control anymore, which I think is very crucial to be able to get up, create distance, get back to work.
Combination of punches by both athletes there.
Yeah, both of them landed hard right there.
And the kick again by Delboni finds that lead leg of Zappitella. Delboni really showing how to stuff this takedown offense of Zappitella. Wise to it once again.
Zappitella's not really setting it up though. She's shooting from range, which is easy to counter. She's not setting it up. She's not setting it up with any of her striking. She's almost telegraphing she's about to shoot for a takedown, which gives Delboni the upper hand.
Final 30 seconds here in this fourth round.
Delboni's throwing some hard shots.
Combination landed there by the Brazilian. Follows up another combination of punches with a kick. Final 10 seconds in this fourth round. Zappitella eating some strikes at that lead leg. Atomweight Championship is headed to the 5th and final round. It's Invicta on Access. Church in Kansas City, Kansas. This is Invicta on Access, our co-main event headed into the final round with the Atomweight Championship hanging in the balance. Alicia Zappitella defending for the first time against Jessica Delboni. Megan Anderson, how did the judges see it?
This would have to be one of the closest atomweight fights I've ever seen. It is 38-38 for all three judges. They scored that last round, a 10-9 round to Delboni. So it's 2 rounds apiece. Whoever wins this round wins the fight.
It doesn't get closer than this. Final 5 minutes to settle the score here as to who the best atomweight in the world is. And Zappitella getting her wrestling game going here, over, under in the clinch.
And I wonder if being aware of those scores is what, you know, put her to this level of pace. You know, I think, I don't know, she wasn't starting really strong in the earlier rounds, but it looks like she's ready to be aggressive. She's ready to get this fight to the ground, however it takes.
What I'm noticing, Julie, is Zappitella comes out super strong, but Delboni finishes strong. Particularly in those last couple rounds is, you know, Zappitella comes out, she's got a lot of fire in her, got a lot of pep, but Delboni just stalks her down, she walks her down, she clinically just puts, you know, the volume out there. She's accurate with her striking, and she's able to finish strong, which, you know, could potentially win her this fight.
Absolutely.
The atomweight shining tonight in our co-main event. They'll be back at it again on Friday, June 11th on Access. The Phoenix tournament will take center stage 8 fighters will vie in a one-night tournament for supremacy as they look to solidify themselves as top-shelf atomweight contenders. It's Invicta on Access, June 11th, the Phoenix Tournament.
And that punch from Zappitella, that got Del Boni. She gave a little nod, a little smile. That usually means that hurt. Good disengagement from Del Boni. Very nicely done.
We talk about strategy and how the judges can influence that with open scoring, and both of these athletes have a very good idea as to what they need to do to walk away with this championship, and there's only 3 minutes left for both of these ladies to make a statement. And they're going for it. Solid combination of punches by both atomweights.
And we can all tell them what to do on the outside, but man, is it hard to be the one in there.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Nice kick to the lead leg of the champion by the Brazilian Del Boni. Combination of punches again by Zappitella.
Zappitella did say she likes to be counted out. She likes to be thought of as an underdog in many ways because the score is so equal. She may have that mentality now. She may be embracing more of a, okay, I'm an underdog.
And that has fueled her in the past.
Oh,
now,
big shot.
Del Boni fueled by that combination of punches that rattled Zappitella. Alicia going for this head and arm throw.
Nice defense.
Beautiful range control by Del Boni.
That was a big moment there for the Brazilian, who stays on her feet. 2 minutes left in this championship fight.
Exactly what she needed to do.
Yeah, everyone around the world, that's how you do the head and arm choke. That's how you get out of it.
The Invicta FC Atomweight Championship, one of the most coveted crowns in mixed martial arts, and Zappitella trying to lay claim to it with the right hand a moment ago. Del Boni trying to answer with a combination of her own. 90 seconds left for these athletes to make something happen.
That inside leg is beat up on Zappitella. Like we were saying earlier, those kicks add up over time.
Takedown attempted and stuffed once again by Del Boni.
Beautiful left hand.
The mouth of the champion open. Able to stay at space is Del Boni.
One of the things that, you know, Zappitella has always had, I think, in these fights is just this supreme self-confidence. And I think she's meeting somebody now who has that same level of confidence. And, you know, this is fun.
And I think for Zappitella, too, it challenges her with not being able to utilize her wrestling. So it challenges her striking. And that is one thing that she wanted to display in this fight, is the improvements in her striking.
And she's got... Her nose seems a little bit swollen to me. Her right eye looks like it's cut a little.
Final 30 seconds in this Atomweight Championship. Alicia Zappitella looking for a successful defense against Brazil's Jessica Del Boni. The judges had it even coming into this final round. Final 20 seconds here between these athletes. Nice combination by Del Boni. Atomweight swinging to end this one. Really selling out on these shots. That is a wrap. Both corners seem confident. Both athletes seem confident. What's it going to be? The judges will decide. Alicia Zappitella, the reigning and defending champion, she wants to hold on to it. Brazil's Jessica Del Boni believes that she has done enough to take this one. The suspense, you can feel it inside Fight Church. That's one of the best atomweight fights you're ever going to see.
I agree, TJ. I think that was really exciting to watch, you know? And I think it told us a lot about each fighter. They each had their moments, you know, and they both showed moments, I think, where they could improve.
And both athletes did what they said they wanted to do. For Alicia Zappitella, she wanted to showcase her striking. She stuck to that game, but it was partially due to the fact that Jessica Del Boni did not accept being taken down at any point. She was able to out-wrestle the wrestler defensively.
And I think that was a huge, huge factor for Del Boni into this fight, particularly with someone who has the wrestling pedigree that Zappitella brings to the table. Del Boni had to stop those takedowns. She had to create that range, utilize her striking, and I feel like she did just that.
We will see how the judges have scored this one. The top spot at 105 pounds. Hanging in the balance, I mentioned the Invicta FC Atomweight Championship, one of the most respected titles in mixed martial arts. If you want to be the best atomweight on the planet, it's the Invicta FC Championship belt that you want wrapped around your waist, because that is the biggest statement today. Jessica Del Boni believes that she's done enough, as does the defending champion, Alicia Zappitella. The judges have tallied their 10s and 9s. Will it be the American retaining, or will it be Brazil's and new? We will find out. Joe Martinez, take it away.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 5 championship rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Here are the totals. Kevin Champion scores at 48-47, Zappitella. Sutherland, 48-47, Del Boni. And Judge Stephen Graham scores at 48-47 for your winner by split decision. And still, Invicta FC Atomweight Champion of the World, half pint, Alicia Zappitella!
Half pint in size, but the heart of a